Good evening, everyone. I'm Nancy Cox. Kevin Christopher has tonight off. Thank you for joining us at 6. Police believe they stopped Dylan Jarrell just in time. They say he was ready to carry out a school shooting, but was stopped thanks to a tip from hundreds of miles away. Today, Jarrell faced a judge for the first time since being caught. Carolina Buchek has the latest from court in the LEX 18 big story at 6.
Morning, Mr. Jarrell.
As he faced the judge for the first time, Dylan Jarrell barely even looked up. He held his head down and avoided eye contact for most of his arraignment.
And I have found you to be a danger to yourself or others.
Police say Jarrell could have killed people if he managed to follow through with his school shooting plan. All of that was stopped thanks to one tip from a woman all the way in New Jersey.
Something in the back of my mind was, do not let this go.
Yeah. And
this is your babies, do not let it go.
Coberly Bull doesn't know Dylan Jarrell, but on Wednesday morning, she found a Facebook message from him in her inbox.
She basically used the N-word a lot. I have biracial children, and he hoped that my children would hang.
When she contacted police to report him, she never knew how much bigger this would get. But state police say he was armed, had hundreds of rounds of ammunition, even a Kevlar vest, and had detailed plans to shoot up schools in both Anderson and Shelby County.
It was that mama bear instinct and something just kept on saying, you have to do something.
And now, Jarrell is in jail on a $50,000 bond. Covering the news, Carolina Buchek, LEX 18 News.
Well, schools in Anderson County were closed Friday because of the threat, but today students went back to class. Kentucky State Police, Lawrenceburg Police, and Anderson County Sheriff's deputies were very visible today at each school in the district. One parent we spoke to said that gives her peace of mind to know the agencies are still working hard, even though there's no longer a threat.
That's not a joke anymore, and it's just very scary. So I was very thrilled with the way the school system handled it.
This morning, students and staff at Anderson County High School took time to recognize and thank KSP Trooper Josh Satterley, who initially responded to the complaint on Jarrell. This photo shows Trooper Satterley with Anderson County High School Principal Chris Glass and Superintendent Sheila Mitchell at today's academic breakfast. Trooper Satterley will also be recognized at the next Anderson County Board of Education meeting in November. A scary situation at a Lexington mobile home park today when a man barricaded himself inside a trailer after police say he assaulted his wife. It happened at the Maple Grove mobile home park on Georgetown Road. LEX 18's Kyla Mills joins us with the latest details.
Marilyn Brown is a Lexington mom who's worried sick about her daughter.
Oh, I worry about him killing her, my daughter, and my grandbabies.
She says the domestic violence that unfolded at this mobile home park on Georgetown Road between her daughter and her daughter's husband, Travis Himes, isn't unusual.
Oh, it just terrifies me. You know, you go to sleep at night, you just wait for that phone call to ring again, because he just keeps doing it.
Lexington police say they were called around 7:30 this morning when Himes reportedly assaulted his wife inside of a car with their children also inside.
He kind of shields them, but they asked the kids questions and, did you see Daddy hurt Mommy? And they said yes.
Police say the woman was able to get away while Himes reportedly barricaded himself inside of their home with the young kids for a few hours. Police say there was a concern he had access to a gun.
Well, earlier when he tracked me and her down at BP, he threatened to shoot me. So he packed that gun around with him. When he's on that meth, he'll do anything.
The situation prompted a massive response from Lexington police.
it startled me. It freaked me out, to be honest with you. As I was coming through, I didn't know, is it okay? Because I seen so many officers. There's probably at least 75 or better up there.
Luckily, police were able to coax Himes outside and take him into custody peacefully. Covering the news in Lexington, Kylan Mills, LEX 18 News.
Police say while the situation was going on, nearby Russell Cave Elementary was placed on lockdown because it was believed Himes may drive the kids to school.
Cold morning out there. According to our Weather Bug Network, a couple of places got into a hard freeze. We could say that 28 degrees or colder. West Liberty, Wrigley Elementary School got to that 28 degree mark, as we did in Stanford at Lincoln County Middle School. Mount Vernon, Rockcastle County Middle came in at 31 this morning, just above freezing in Paris. Bourbon County Middle came in, Bourbon County Middle came in at 33. All righty. The moment. It's not bad out there. We've fallen into the 50s in Danville, where it's 57 now. It's 59 in Somerset. Everybody else sitting in the 60s here. 62 in Monticello. Watch that temperature drop tonight, as it always does on a clear, calm night. Mount Sterling, Richmond, Lexington, all at 61, as is Moorhead and Jackson. All righty, Max Track Live Doppler is clean and quiet. Southwest winds will continue lightly through the night tonight. They stay that way as we get you into the morning hours tomorrow as well. We get you into the middle part of the day. What you will see happen, there's 10 o'clock. You notice that there are blue lines showing up. Well, that's the winds beginning to shift behind a cold front that'll have a little line of clouds with it, and the wind shift, and the colder air follows for Wednesday. We'll talk about the relative warmth for tomorrow in a couple of minutes.
We'll take it. Thanks, Bill. A woman and a baby boy are dead after a fire in western Kentucky. Firefighters from 3 departments were called to Stevens Road in Cuttawa just before 7 this morning. That's in Lyon County. State police say a 27-year-old man was able to get a 2-year-old out of the burning mobile home, but the fire was too intense for him to go back inside. A 29-year-old woman and 9-month-old boy didn't make it out. The man was flown to Vanderbilt Hospital in Nashville for treatment. The little girl was treated at the scene. Investigators say the fire started in the living room, but are still looking into what sparked it. A former Bath County attorney who already went to prison for vote buying and lying to a grand jury was sent to prison again. Lee Searcy was in Bath County when Donald Champ Mays and others tried to ask the judge for leniency.
Donald Champ Mays was once on the other side of the law, having served 3 terms as Bath County attorney. But for the second time, he's the criminal.
You know, I made mistakes here.
Mays going back to prison for drug trafficking, wanton endangerment, and being a persistent felony offender, among other charges in Bath and Montgomery counties. Prosecutors say some of the undercover drug buys were caught on camera. In court,
I'm not really the person that you see there in those files.
Mays and others tried to ask for leniency, but the judge sentenced Mays to 10 years.
I've hurt a lot of people. I've hurt my mother and my children, especially my ex-wife, and all this craziness. And
Chief Circuit Judge Beth Mays, who presides over the very counties her ex was charged in, is currently suspended over alleged ethics violations for her involvement when Champ was arrested last year. He brought up the media's coverage of her.
they have a job to do, and but it's been, you know, all that's been really hurtful. Of course, that's my fault.
Mays will serve a year, then be put on 5 years probation. But if he gets in trouble, it's back to jail.
I'm going to do my very, very best whenever this ends up to always be a productive and supportive person for everybody.
Covering the news in Bath County, Lee Searcy, LEX 18 News.
4 people are in custody, including a 16-year-old, because deputies say they found a large stash of marijuana products, including 30 pounds of gummies laced with marijuana oil. The Laurel County Sheriff's Department, State Police, and the FBI arrested the teens Saturday morning off Kentucky 229, then 3 adults today on Taylor Subdivision Road. Among the items police seized, 11 pounds of marijuana oil, 16 pounds of high-grade California pot, and nearly 350 vape pens. The teenager is charged with trafficking, paraphernalia possession, and 3 counts of possession of a handgun by a minor. The 3 people arrested today, 20-year-old Harmony Vaughn, 25-year-old Joshua Brown, and 20-year-old Austin May, also face trafficking charges. The law is blind to the term finders keepers. A few persons of interest in Lexington are about to learn that the hard way. Michael Burke explains in this week's Crime Stoppers.
The phone calls and emails started rolling in early the next day, and the news was not good.
He's being notified from his bank that there's some unusual charges.
Charges from Victoria's Secret, Champ Sporting Goods, even a nail salon. The victim did something many of us have done, accidentally left his card behind at this Waffle House off Winchester.
We wish that the clerks would look at the name on these cards. Unfortunately, that's just not happening the way we want it to. And these ladies were able to get away with several $1,000s worth of merchandise.
Fraudulent use of that card wasn't the only crime they committed, despite not technically stealing the card in question.
When you find property of value, okay, that doesn't mean it's just finders keepers.
It's called theft of mislaid property, because if it seems like something of value or can be profited from, then there is a penalty for failing to return.
In this case with a credit card, you would know anytime that you found that you would have absolutely no right to the money that's on that credit card.
Apparently no one told these alleged persons of interest.
And unfortunately, these ladies took that and started to burn that up.
Now they could end up getting themselves burned. It's them against a long list of retailers who all saw them come and go.
Right, we've got several different still shots, several different videos from a lot of stores, so we know that all these ladies are involved in all these different circumstances.
Covering this week's Crime Stoppers in Lexington, Michael Burke, LEX 18 News.
If you have any information that leads to an arrest, that tip could get you a cash reward from Bluegrass Crime Stoppers. You can call 859-253-2020 or text your information to Crimes. Put LEX PD in the message along with your anonymous tip. A 90-year-old bridge to a popular destination at Natural Bridge State Park was shut down for safety reasons. Now, a year later, plans to make the desperately needed repairs are in the works. That's next on LEX 18 News at 6.